Hello, mein Lieblings. That's all I got for you. I don't know German. Hello and welcome. My name is Taylor and I am a person who very much enjoys makeup but doesn't wear makeup on a daily basis. And recently I got the itch to buy a couple more things. I've kind of come to realize like what I like in makeup, what I should have in my repertoire, and I got a bunch of really fun new stuff and I want to try a makeup technique today that I've never done before since I don't wear makeup on the daily. I'm gonna try a half cut crease today. Pray for me, please. I am going to be following a tutorial from the lovely Angela Bright, who I remember watching maybe a year or so ago, but I haven't kept up with her super consistently, so this was a nice little reintroduction. And while I'm here, boop, did I do it? Nope, I went to the comments. Subscribe. Boom. Yay. I've already watched through the tutorial. It makes sense. I've been watching, makeup artists do this kind of thing for a really long time, but her tutorial was really, really nice and in-depth and beginner friendly mostly, which is me. I've been wearing makeup for several years. Did a pretty bang up job on my prom looks. I'll insert pictures if I can. But I'm a 25-year-old woman now, and on the daily, I don't wear any makeup on the daily, especially now in quarantine. But I keep it pretty simple day to day. I don't really spend a lot of time on my hair or my makeup, so I just thought that on this day that I had a little bit of time, I'd try something new. Show you some new makeup that I got, maybe review it a little bit, and take you along with me. So, if you've never done a half cut crease before, learn from my failures, because I bet I will. No, be more confident in yourself. I bet it's gonna look cool. I have a cool color palette in mind. So, I'm going to prep my face. I'm going to wash, tone, and moisturize. Let that all soak in a little bit, and then I'll meet you back here in a second. Okie poke. Now that my base is all healthy and clean and moisturized, I'm gonna start going in with my actual base makeup. Fun fact about me, I don't own a full thing of foundation. I just use BB cream on the daily. I do use concealer, which I will get out right now. So I use concealer and then I go over my concealer with BB cream, just so like there's coverage, but it's not like a full coverage thing. So that's my daily makeup. The only foundation that I have is this probably expired Clinique Super Balanced Silk Makeup Broad Spectrum with SPF, which isn't even like a super full coverage foundation as is. So I'm just gonna use this. I feel like with a cut crease of any kind that you need to have a little bit more of a full coverage base just to kind of tie in the full look of the makeup. So that's why I'm doing that. Now, most people I've found do their foundation first and then their concealer over that. I don't really like to do that, especially because the color of concealer that I use is really peach in color. I just find that that balances out any of the discoloration that I have because of my skin tone, whether it be purple or red or yellow or anything like that. So I use that and then go over a foundation on top of that. Speaking of which, I don't think I have a beauty blender anymore. I think I threw all mine out because they were old and dingy. But I do have this kabuki brush that I actually like to use for foundation, so I think we're gonna do that. You're gonna get real close and personal with the left side of my face because I have my medicine cabinet right here, so that's like the mirror that I'm using. So I'm gonna, under my eyes, of course, with the concealer, sides of the nose, trouble spots that I see, of which I have a lot on the right side of my face in particular for some reason. Between the brows, trouble spot, and then I usually like to do a little bit along the jawline just because I have some acne scarring there, but also because I will be putting some product there. So let's blend this out. I just like to take my finger to do that. Don't worry, I'm not flipping you off. And this is probably not what concealer is actually for, but I kind of blend it out wherever I can. My makeup technique is not professional by any means, but I glob on quite a bit, like everywhere, and then just kind of bring it out everywhere. So more or less, this is like my primer slash concealer, I suppose you could say. because it kind of goes all over my whole face, and I bring that excess that I tend to get near the crease up onto the eyelid just to begin prepping that area. I also like to bring the concealer, sorry I have a sweat mustache. I also like to bring the concealer that I put under my eye down onto the top of my nose because I have some pretty big pores and therefore some ice pick scarring, like you can see that one right there, that's a beaut. But I like to bring it down there too, just to kind of fill in that good inconsistent skin tone. We love her. This is also a trick for all my peeps with sparse inner parts of their eyebrows. Like I have eyebrow hair there, obviously. I started plucking my eyebrows when I was like 10 years old, so I have rooted out quite a bit of my hairs that create that full, nice eyebrow look. Putting some concealer right here before you put your mousse or your powder or whatever will help endlessly, because then you'll have a really strong base to put that product on. So that is a tip that I can give you. Hey, what are you doing? No, Stetson, no, leave it. Hey, leave it. Great, my puppy has discovered that the fucking carpet has an edge. Yeah, you. Just yet another thing on my list of things to worry about. Before I go give my puppy something to distract himself, I'm gonna take some of that foundation on the back of my hand. And obviously that is a little bit on the pale side for my summer complexion right now. So I'm gonna go in with some shade changing little droplets. Doesn't darken it up too much, but it does make my foundation more consistent with the peachy undertone of my concealer. So at least my face looks even toned until I can go and put bronzer and stuff on. So with that little bit that I just mixed to mix the two products together, I'm gonna put that on my neck. Okay, now going in with that kabuki brush, just gonna stipple that on there and then start applying. I like to go in the same kind of order that I went with my concealer, bottom to top. This is definitely a little light for my skin tone, but we'll fix that later. And now I'm focusing on making sure that my hairline and the edge along my neck is nice and blended. And then just going into any spots that I think could use a little bit more coverage. Okay. Now that I have artfully masked my skin tone, I'm gonna brush through my brows because they look a little cray. Okay. And now, unpopular opinion, I like to do my eyes like foundation, base, I'm gonna have to check on him again in a second. Foundation, base, and then eyeshadow, then eyebrows, then the rest of the face, because I feel like I don't know the right way to phrase this. I feel like I always misjudge my makeup with my eyes. Like I always do my eyes a certain way and then the rest of the makeup that I've done doesn't quite suit it, if that makes sense. So just for my own like safety and sanity, I'm gonna go ahead and start this cut crease look. I'm scared. So she is talking a lot about her eye shape in the beginning of this. I would not say that I have hooded eyes because I have a really big lid, like a really big visible lid, just because I have bigger eyes. But there is a little bit of a hood to my lid. I'll show you kind of like she did. So I do have like quite a bit of extra skin up here, but like I said, with my relaxed face, you can see almost my whole lid. So I think that I'm gonna take a tip from her book and with my eyebrows lifted, start filling in that base part of the crease, like in there, because the whole point of a cut crease is to make your eyes even bigger. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to figure out what shade I'm going to use after I do concealer and set my lid. So the look that I'm going for is a red and bluish purple look. So I have quite a few here. Like I said, I don't really wear makeup, so when I do, I like it to be a little bit more earthy and natural. So every red that I have is pretty brown base too. So I guess I'm just gonna have to pick my favorite. I'm going between the Tartelette Toasted palette, the NYX, I literally just got this, so it's the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette and the Tarteist Pro to Glow palette. Those are what I'm gonna be working with. So I guess I'll just have to choose my shades accordingly. But going in with a really, really light concealer to prime my lids. I will also be using this later for the cut crease. Okay. And I'm just gonna bling that out with my blend finger. I'm gonna blend that out with my ring finger. I have a waterproof eye primer that I would like to use when I'm not just gonna hop in the shower and wash this off. But for now, this concealer will do just fine. Okay. I just did the Beauty Guru tongue pop without even trying to. Is that who I'm becoming through this tutorial? I look crazy right now. Anyway, woo! Copy in! Now I'm just gonna go in with a shadow brush and some translucent powder and set that concealer on my eyelids. Kind of stamping that bad boy on there. I don't know why I'm so southern all of a sudden. Now that's set, so now I have to make a decision on what I'm gonna use for my base shade, given that I'm going for red and purpley blue. So I'm leaning a little bit more towards this guy than the Tarte one goes, because the Tarte one has a lot of really earthy red tones. So I think I'm gonna go with one of these guys. Obviously these two are gonna be used, but I don't know what to do for a base shade. Would you say that that one is pretty neutral? I'm an art student, but I'm still learning about colorology. Actually, I might go with this guy as my first shade because it's pretty light and neutral. It'll tie in the purple and the red, I think. So I think I'm gonna go with that. What shade is that? Can't find a name. If you know the name, let me know. Moment of truth. Okay, I'm dipping into that shade, tapping off the excess, and then she says, with a raised eyebrow, relaxed eye, to go in back and forth motions, all the way to the inner, all the way to the outer. So let's try that. There's quite a bit of pigmentation just from one little dab, which is pretty darn cool. And I'm not taking this color all the way up to my brow, but I'm definitely placing it higher on what I typically consider my crease. Oh, step one done, okay. Ah! I also dragged it out a little bit further just because for my eye shape, I like to elongate a little bit. My eyes are pretty centered in my face, so I like to bring it out a little bit more in between these two. This is an angled shadow brush, and this is just a shadow brush. So I think I'm gonna use a shadow. No, I'm gonna use this one. I feel more comfortable with this one. Ooh, baby, swirl that tip. Deepen up the crease. Deepen up the crease. Okay, so this is like her more transition shade that she'll be using throughout the look. Not really like the dark one. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna use this guy to do that. So let's see how that goes. So to me, deepening the crease means like more in the actual crease. So let's do that. Let's do that again. These colors are actually really pretty together. All right, so deepen up the crease, deepen up the crease. I think I'm better at winging my looks on my right eye than I am my left. It's like, look at how smooth that is and look at how janky that is. Oh well, I'll touch it up later. Okay. I've deepened my crease. It may also be because I have way more acne scarring on this side than this side, so like, it just looks different to me. So you see how my lid is super visible with my crease. I think that's what you're trying to go for. Damn. On the outer corner. And edge it. Ooh, baby, edge it. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna take the darker red now near that other one for this, and we're going to start stamping on the outer corner. I feel like these kinds of looks look best on me personally when they're not quite the whole outer corner, when they're like nearly halfway on my eye, but like not quite. Also, I don't know if it's just the shade or this change in eyeshadow brush, but I feel like the color is not going on quite as well. There's also a lot of fallout, which is not cute. After I do my other eye, what I may do is spray a little bit of setting powder on this brush after I wet it, and then go in like that to see if that helps. Right, Stetson? Don't you think? Oh damn it, I went too far in. Oh no! I'm gonna touch that up a little bit. Oopers. Ooper doopers. I know that I would have to do this anyway, but like I really went too far in compared to the other side, so I'm just gonna fix that right now. So that they're even. Okay. I'm gonna spray a little bit of setting powder because it's sticking really well. I don't know if you can see on my left eye versus my right. So there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, but I got that line really good on my left eye. Usually my left eye's the problem child. Okay. I think I did that. Look at my hand. LOL. Always have hand soap at the ready, kids, when you're doing your makeup. Okay, now she's blending it to make it a little bit softer, which I think I want to do too. I want to make this a little bit dramatic, but it doesn't need to be like, holy snap, girl. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna blend with my eyeshadow brush a little bit, especially up here. A little patchy. I'll go back in later. Okay, so kind of like what I was doing before to fix my boo-boo. Oh wait, there's like a whole technique to this. I'm getting ahead of myself. Stop it. Stop it. Lip brush. I have a lip brush. This is actually a HD detail liner brush, so I think that that's what I'm going to use for this part. Okay. Look down. Don't get it on your lashes. And then you look up and around. Oh dear. That went up really high. See what I mean? I have big fucking eyes, dog. Okay. Half moon shape. I feel like that got rid of a lot of shit though. Whew. Wowza. I'm not cutting my lash line a little bit. Oh no. Can you tell how nervous I am? Why am I nervous? Ah! So she said to set it and or let it set. So I will do that. Where'd my translucent powder go? Where you at, ho? More translucent powder. Tippy tappy. And bippity boopity. Why am I like so nervous? I'm like very nervous right now. And I'll just lightly, with a big fluffy brush, get rid of all that fallout. So I set it. I think what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna use this really deep purple right here as a base, and then this really metallic bluish purple over here on top of that. This is very daring for me. I feel very itchy. What I may do too is not bring this to the full edges of the concealer so that it's more metallic where it's blending, if that makes sense. So stampy stampy. Ooh, patchy patchy. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh, please don't look like butt. Pretty please. I don't want you to look like butt. Oh, it's so patchy. Patchy the pirate's up in this bitch. Oh no. That looks really bad. Hold on. Okay, fuck that a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this stuff because it's more blue. It's already a little shiny, but for consistency's sake, I will probably start with the purple shade on the other eye too. I like how I said my left eye would be my demonstration eye, and then I'm just going in with my right eye as if I'm not filming a video specifically for the internet. I'm gonna go in with a smudge brush for this because I can cake a lot of shimmer on there, but also be a little bit more precise. Okay, that looks a little bomb. Once I blend it, it'll look way better. Also need to go back in and bring my crease up like even more because my eyes are so big, dog. So I'm gonna blend this here, friend, a little bit, just because this is a very harsh transition, I'm realizing, but it looks really cool. And then just like she said, I'm gonna go in with an even darker shade. I'm gonna go with this reddish brown right here with that same smudge brush. And darken that up. I'm actually gonna watch exactly what she did because I'm a little confused right now. So just that very outer triangle is what she's doing, like on the lid itself. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna pause, not the video, but I'm gonna pause the process of continuing. Actually, what I'm gonna do real quick is that very first shade that I went in with, I'm gonna blend a little bit up here because I feel like that got lost a lot. Carve that out a little bit, but I wanted to bring that up again. Because like I said, my eyes are such an interesting shape that I feel like a lot of these looks, it's also because I'm not particularly gifted with makeup, but I feel like a lot of these looks get kind of lost in translation with my eye shape. Definitely gonna go in with a totally clean brush and soften out that edge. But let's cut my other crease now, shall we? So one side of the brush, scoopy scoopy, and then look up and around. Follow the line. Like conceptually, this is not a super terrifying, more advanced makeup look. Like it makes sense, like what you're doing, you know what I mean? Okay, I've cut yet another crease. Ugh, that harsh ass line is bothering the shit out of me. One moment. Are you clean? Yeah, you're clean. While that concealer's setting, I'm gonna touch up some of the wonky connectivity issues I'm seeing. I think the issue is purpley part that's supposed to just be concentrated on one part of my lid has escaped a little bit. I'm not really good at keeping my shades super separate, so I think that's why cut creases have always intimidated me and why it's currently showing that I'm not very good at them. Right now it's my first try. Now that that other concealer has set a little bit, I'm gonna go back in with my translucent powder. And then just like the other one, I'm gonna go in with that purple shade just for consistency's sake. But next time, I'm not gonna overthink it and just go in with the color that I wanna go in with. I'm also getting to know this palette a little bit, so like, also just not super versed in what all the colors are like and how they behave and stuff. I think what I'm actually gonna do too is bring that all the way onto the concealer, unlike the other one. It'll look better too, like I said, with the bottom lash line done, like lashes and eyeliner and all that good stuff. At least looks even. A little patchy towards that outside, so I think I'm gonna blend again with this friend. This like actual cup crease I feel like turned out a lot better than on my first eye. See what it looks like. See if I still feel the same way after I do that deepening part on the outer triangle. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, getting there. See if there's any like steps that I missed, and then I'll kind of go through and fix what I feel like needs fixing. So not much more as far as the tutorial itself goes. So what I'm gonna do is start fixing what I want to fix. So I'm gonna add that original pinky purpley shade in here, just like I did the other side. Now I'm gonna use, maybe I'll start with that blue base that I've been using around the inner corner. Just kind of dot it on there, you know? And then I'm gonna take an angled eyeliner-y brush and blend that in. I look crazy right now, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna take the sparkly shade I've been using, pack it on, get rid of that fallout. It's giving me like major Euphoria vibes, which I am not mad about at all. Same thing on the other side. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Son of a nutcracker. Oh, I don't know where it went, so I'm gonna use another brush. I might add some of that purple that I had been using too as a transition between the red that I'll be adding. And I'm gonna go in with that deepest reddish color and connecting to the sort of wing that I've been creating this whole time. And I'm gonna touch up with some concealer just a little bit. You have a lot of product on you, my friend. Uh-oh, I need to wash my hands again. Obviously I use brushes, but like, it's not my go-to. Well, my hands get mighty dirty. Look, now I'm gonna get a liquid eyeshadow highlighter. One sec. This is just a cute little like purple eye tint, but I think it would look really cool as a highlight. Let's look. Part of the reason I like to do my eyebrows after my eyeshadow look too is because then I can bring the highlight like super into the brows, and I feel like it's just more flattering for like your bone structure. Yeah, I'm getting super Euphoria vibes from this and I'm fucking living. Now taking that lip brush that I was using to pack on the concealer, I'm gonna pack on the inner corner highlight. Like so. I feel like that adds a lot more dimension because this is a really, really heavy look. So cool! Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bright blue eyeliner on the, do I want to do the whole lash line? Let's see what it looks like on the inner part and then I'll go from there. Ooh, no, that works perfectly. That looks so bomb. I feel like I'm unintentionally creating like the color scheme of the promotional posters for Euphoria right now. I recently rewatched it for my third time, my boyfriend's first time, and he loved it, but he also said it was very depressing, which I agree. It's very depressing. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a top liner. Should I do black or should I do this rust color? I think I'm gonna stick with black. There's already a lot going on. Tempting, but no. And I'm just going in with a felt tipped liner. That's my personal favorite kind of liquid eyeliner. You may not be able to see me and I apologize for that. Extended it a little bit. But that's what I'm going for. I'm gonna do the other side now. Now, I'm gonna do my brows real quick. I'm gonna kind of lean into the darkness of the look and go with my darker eyebrow pomade. So here we go. I like to do the bottom part first and then bring the top part of the brow down into the rest of it and fill in from there. I feel like that helps create a more full look overall. And as far as coloring and like filling in my eyebrows goes, I only use this pomade really. I'll use a liner like every now and again. I'll also take a clear mascara to brush them up a little bit. So let me brush them through just to fully disperse the product. And then that clear mascara, and make them a little bit wild. You know? They don't stay that way for long. I just like to brush them up as much as possible so that they stay feathery as long as possible. All right. Same thing, other side. Mascara time. I will not be putting lashes on because I'm lazy. and I don't know where they are. Because like I said, I do not wear makeup often whatsoever. Bottom. This looks so cool. I'm excited to do the rest of my face. Cute! Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not gonna get too excited yet. I wanna see what it looks like with the rest of everything. So, I'm gonna contour. I think before I do anything else, I'm gonna do my lips. So, wee bit of chapstick. And then, NYX, when I got all this makeup stuff from them, sent me a complimentary lip liner and lipstick, which is super cool. And I think I'm gonna top it with a little bit of glossier lip vinyl. So, lippy liney time. Lippy sticky time. Okay, and then lip vinyl time. And then I'm gonna do just a hair of blush and then my highlighter. And that, I think, is the finished look. Let's go find some natural light so I can show you a little bit better. I did a thing! Oh my god. That was an experience. Thank you for coming along with me. If you guys want to see me fumble through any other kinds of makeup looks, just let me know. I have a decent bit of it. I don't have the most high quality stuff, but like, I'm always willing to learn and I'm always willing to try something new, so I hope you liked my accidentally Euphoria half-cut crease. I'll link all the products that I used in my description down below. And as always, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.